Hello, my ICTB students. This is number 10 in your tables booklet, assignment number 10. And I've saved mine already as my name, the current date, and your career, and you can do the same. And I've keyed it in, just straight in the data from scratch, so that you would do the same thing. Just key it in and then we'll format after. Now let's select the 3 lines here, and it tells us to center those lines, so Control E, size them up accordingly, and the first line is a little bit larger and bold, so bold it and make it a little bit larger. That's good. And then your paragraph is normal. But this next line, do you have what it takes to be an entrepreneur, was to be centered, so go Control E and let's bold it, and also let's size it up a little bit, 1, 2, and we want to put shading on it but no borders, so we're going to go to borders and shading, and we're going to go to shading, 15%, choose your color. I'm going to choose red and say OK. And there it is. And now it was supposed to have a left indent of 0.5. So grab your left rectangle, your left indent, and drag it in 1/2 inch, and grab your right indent and drag it in 1/2 inch. Now once you've got that, that's perfect. Click on your paintbrush and paint 4 traps for, hold on here, Format Painter, and paint 4 traps, and it should be identical. Okay, that's good. Turn your paintbrush off. Now you were supposed to have 1 to 4 were being numbered items, so you had to go here and choose 1, 2, 3. Now again, I've left 3 ticks like I've told you to, just to make in case you have double-digit numbers. And now pull your left indent over so that your first line is right at the dark gray and the white. Okay, the next part is select all the lines, and they were to be Control E for center, and it had a borders and shading on it. So let's go to borders and shading, choose whatever you want for the line style. I'm going to go with this one. Choose a color, again something that you like. I'm going to go with this green, and go to your shading and choose 15%, and again you've got to choose a color, so I'll stick with my green and say OK. Alright, now interested in starting your own business was a little bit larger. Okay, and then we said leave a space in here, and the rest looked like it was about 1.5 spacing, so I'm going to select these 4 lines and go Control 5. Remember, that's your 1.5 spacing. Okay, that looks good there. Distance looks good. Now there may be another space in here by the looks of things, so I'm going to press enter once, and I'm going to size this down. Okay, so there's about the distance that it looks like what we have. So that looks okay, except I think this first line should have been bold. So go Control B and maybe Control I for italics. Okay, just seems to look a little more better. Alright, so now here we're going to create your table. And you can see there's 4 rows and 4 columns. Okay, so that's easy. Go to Insert, Table, and you want 4 rows and 4 columns, 4 by 4. And what's the first thing you do? Right click, go to Table Properties, Table, Center, Row, specify the height, and we'll go with 0.3, and Cell, Vertical Alignment Center, and you're ready to go and put your data in. Okay, I have already put the data in again because I thought I might run out of time. So here I've got the data, so I'm going to cut this and bring it back up into here so that you can see it. Alright, so I have this all keyed in, and you would have done the same just like me. These ones you would have copy and pasted, I hope. Copy and paste, copy and paste. Alright, now it asks you to bullet these items. Okay, so you're going to select them, and we're going to go to your Home tab, go to Bullets, and we're going to look for the little circle. Well, I happen to have it right here, but what if I didn't? And maybe you don't either. So go to Define New Bullet, go to symbol, and we're in Wingdings. Okay, so here's just the plain circle. Let's go with that. That's fine. But let's color ours, okay? Now, I went with green the last time. So this green in my document, so I'm going to choose that, make it size 12, and say OK. And say OK. All right, so now you see it, but here it jumped in 2 ticks. So point to your left indent, the rectangle, and drag it back to the gray and the white. And did you see all the other ones moved right back with it? All right, we might want to make these a little bit larger, so I'm going to do this. We're going to pull this out a bit, about there. I'm going to pull this one out. It's not going to let me unless I give some more space here on the end. So I'm going to drag this out, and then I'm going to pull this over. And what you want to look at is the space between the columns. Make sure that's equal, and if it is, that's fine. Okay, so that's what we want there. That's all there is to do that one. That's quite easy for you. All right, and don't forget your path and file name. I haven't done that the last few times. So go to Insert, Quick Parts, Field, and Document Information, File Name, add the path. And the reason I didn't do it is because I didn't have time on my video. So that's why I leave certain things out. All right, so there's our path and file name. Save your work, and we'll stop there.